each of these boats here. Their drivers are going to give you a big wave here on shore. Leading off here is the middle schooler. He's all the way from Woodbury, Minnesota. It's number 11, Cam Hennessy. Right behind him there, the 319 boat out of Oakdale, Minnesota. Say hello to Sarah Fortuna. There's number 212, Bob Dillon. Bob, the boat builder from Hackensack, Minnesota. And the beautiful blue and white boat, that's number 22, Caleb Sarr, out of Mendota Heights. All right, GT Pros are going to complete a quick warm-up lap here, and then we'll be ready for racing today.
Looking good out there, buddies. She's flying nice. All right, go see Mitchie.
All right, buddy, bring her on in. Maybe go down a ways and let Bob and Caleb come in first, so it's easier.
Andy Wachholz with me here, one of our VP 75
Bob's
drivers.
coming around the
Can you
left
tell
right
everyone
there.
here a little bit about this GT Pro class, our leadoff class here today?
Absolutely. As you can see, there's a couple different style of boats out there. We've got two what we call mini GT. The 319 and the 212 are mini GTs. Those have 25 horse OMC two-cylinder motors on them, and they do not run a power trim on those boats. They're a V-bottom hull. They come around the corners and they kind of slide out a little bit more. So they change their driving style to be in that style boat. The other two boats you see out there, number 11 and number 22, are tunnel hull type boat. You'll see a couple of those on the water in bigger forms later today too. Those actually pack air underneath the tunnel of the boat to lift it off of the water to get more speed. So what you'll actually see on those boats going down that back stretch, the furthest line away, going from our beach, from our right to our left, you'll actually see those boats probably go a little bit faster because the air is helping them stay on top of the water. So they turn a little different. They actually have to set their boat down. They run power trim to do that. And as they come out of the corners, they're going to trim them back up and try to get as much speed as they get back around the course again.
Andy, this has been a really fun class to lead off with. We have 11 Cam Hennessy here, who has won with us this year already a couple of times. Started with us as a 12-year-old last year. We have Bob Dillon, one of the most veteran racers we have from Hackensack, Minnesota, out in the 212 boat there. We have Caleb Sarr running a boat that you're very familiar with. And then we also have Sarah Fortuna from the Racing Fortuna family. So really an eclectic group of drivers.
Yeah, this is a great what we call entry-level class to get into. If you want to get into some kind of powerboat racing, you can start as young as 12 years old. So that's the best part. And shameless plug for myself, if anybody wants to or is interested, that blue and white boat is for sale, and I'd be happy to show you that and get somebody and help get in that boat and race it. They're a lot of fun, and you watch them go out there, they're going to run the best that they can, and you'll see some great racing today.
All right, sounds good there. Again, if you are interested in being a part of our Twin Cities Powerboat Association, we do have some boats available, as Andy mentioned, and a lot of people to help you get involved in our sport. All right, everybody, we're ready for our first heat of the day here. Again, we welcome the GT Pro class. They're going to be doing 7 laps on our short course. If you weren't here with us yesterday, you'll hear me count them down from 60. Then you're going to want to keep an eye on that rescue boat out there. That's where the flag will drop and let them know that their race officially starts. Even some of our boats that are racing on the short course here will head down to the long course just to start their race. So don't be surprised or alarmed if the boats do head all the way down to that long course just to begin the race. Hey, everybody, I think we are ready to go. Drivers, you have 60 seconds.
60 seconds.
I can hear.
I know. I got to do my thing.
Drivers, you have 50 seconds.
50.
Drivers, you have 40 seconds. Drivers, you have 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
All right, here we go, Starbuck. Day number 2 of racing is about to begin. Drivers, you are under starters orders. The flag is up. they're off.
Attaboy, good start.
All right, here we go, everybody, as the race begins. The middle schooler out of Woodbury, Minnesota, 11.
Keep
Cam
your lane,
Hennessy.
Bob's on your
Off to a
side.
really good start. Here comes the 212 Bob Dylan, making up some ground there
Get over
again.
by Bob.
Bob started in that number 1 spot on the inside. Bob had the shortest route to that first buoy. Now, again, as soon as the boats get to that first orange buoy there, they then have the ability to go inside, out of their lanes, and start the race. So again, they're down around turns 3 and 4, and then they'll settle in right in front of us here to officially start their race.
All right, here we go. Go get them.
All right, here we go. As the race officially begins, watch the black and white check buoy. 212 Bob Dylan is your leader. 11
He
Cam
might go
Hennessy
wide.
is
We'll
second.
see what happens.
22
Do your regular
Caleb
turn here.
Sarr is
Get
third.
nice and tight.
Sarah
Keep it to the
Fortuna
boards.
in the 392 boat is fourth after a bit of a slow start. Let's see if Sarah can catch up.
There you go. Picking up a little bit on them already.
All right, officially beginning here early in the race. Bob Dylan, Andy, you said, what a quick start for the veteran.
Yeah, he got off the line pretty even with everybody. Cam Girls went well. Right now, you can watch in that back stretch, though. That's where I'm talking
They're
about
catching them.
earlier.
Let's see. Hope he goes wide on some of these.
Make up some speed on that back stretch with that wind coming down that straight.
Get over by that buoy. Go get them.
A little bit of the hands full, but they get that for the gain on Bob. Bob's up front, looking comfortable right now. Hopefully, they get a little bit of a run for his money.
And again, Andy, we know that Bob Dylan, the veteran driver who's leading right now, Bob loves to be really safe, really cautious in those turns.
Yeah, and that boat, you know, he's going to stay a little bit outside so he can see
Nice tight turn there.
Where Cam's entering nice and tight. And you watch Caleb come in there too. Bob knows his boat really well.
Catching him a little bit on the corner, so keep it up.
He's going to be out a couple lanes, going in and out of those corners just to know that boat's going to handle the best right there.
All right, so the question is here, can Bob Dylan hang on throughout this race? Again, Andy, you mentioned Cam Hennessy closing on him in that back straightaway there. Coming through turns 3 and 4, you'll see Bob go a little bit wider. Okay,
go tight.
Here comes
Get
Cam on the inside.
Go,
now,
go,
as they
go,
turn the corner, Bob maintains his lead. Bob
Keep
again
going,
starting
you're
to
good.
pull away a little bit. Boy, that was close there, Andy.
It's going to be the front stretch, back stretch race right now. Cam's got to try to catch up to
Nice
him on that
tight
back
corner
stretch.
here. You got him.
Get too far ahead of him on this front stretch. Watch on the back stretch as they go along. Watch that gap close down between the two boats.
Caleb Sarr driving a really nice race here today as well. Caleb's right on their heels.
Doing good.
Any mistake by
Running a
either
great
of those
race,
first
buddy.
two
Keep
boats,
it up.
and Caleb
You
will be
get
right on them. All right, here it is as Andy predicted. Here comes 11,
Yeah,
Cam
nice-
Hennessy
nice
trying
tight
to
corner.
make up ground on that back straightaway. They're neck and neck coming into the corner here now. Cam is on the inside. Cam again will come around turns 3
Excellent.
and
He
4
went
a
nice
little
and wide,
tighter.
too. You're good.
All right, Cam has established himself in the lead now.
All right, you got a
Andy,
4-boat
what's gonna
lead
happen
now.
now?
He's going to pull up on you,
Here
but
comes Bob.
keep
Bob's
pushing
gonna
him
take
at that
on this
corner now.
stretch.
Push, go a
That
little
boat
bit wide.
just likes no wind at all. Cam's boat's getting pushed down right now with the wind, so he's scrubbing speed. So watch that again. That's going to be where the race is going to be won.
Nice
All
and
right,
tight.
here we go, nearing the halfway point of our race here right now. And
There you go.
honestly, no way
Get
to
him when
predict
you're
who's
going
gonna win
with
this
the
one here.
wind,
Caleb
so
Sarr, like we
against the
mentioned,
wind there.
in the 22 boat is also right up with the leaders here, not too far behind. 319 Sarah Fortuna, a bit of a slow start, but
Really
she's
fast
hanging
on the-
in there right
on
now
the-
as
going the
well.
other way.
But
without
there
the
we go,
wind.
Andy, in the back stretch there. Bob
Nice
didn't
and
give up
tight.
any ground this time.
No, he's holding his own. He must be found a different gear to put in that boat.
All right, coming
Nice
around
job,
turn
nice
4
job.
here now. Over halfway through our first heat here. Again, watch Cam Hennessy lead. Watch Bob Dylan chase him down.
Might have to
Watch
push him a
Caleb
little bit
Sarr
here.
again in that number 22, that blue
Go
and
a
white
little
boat,
bit wide
not
on the
too far
first one, then
behind.
head for that second buoy. There you go. Good job. Good
Hey,
job.
turn 1 and 2 that time. Bob Dylan was pretty wide down there. Again, here's where Caleb usually, or excuse me, here's where Cam usually tries to pull away from Bob. But again, Bob is really hanging in there in that back straightaway.
Yeah, he must have heard us talking and say, I think I can do a little faster than what you
Push a
think I
little
can
bit.
do." Cam's holding that lead there. Cam's going to stay tight and come around the front. Guessing Bob's just going to keep pulling him back in on the front stretch there, but Caleb's waiting for them to mess up one time. He's not that far off.
All right, he's coming up on your side, so you might need to push him unless he gets in front of you.
Great thing, fans, is we're going to do this again right after this race. We're going to flip-flop the order. And in the second heat, Cam Hennessy will be inside of Bob Dylan for the start. Remember, this time Bob started from that number one inside position. Cam started third. So here's the result of that right now. Cam leading on the back straightaway. Bob again trying to stay
good. You got
close.
A 3-boat lead right now. Nice and tight corner here.
All right, if you weren't with us yesterday here, check out the rescue boat.
5-boat lead now.
White flag.
Good.
That's going to tell our leaders. Cam Hennessy in the 11.
He's
Bob
coming up
Dylan
on your
in
right.
212.
Just a nice tight
Caleb
corner
Sarr
up
in the
here.
22. They have one lap to go. Andy, it's going to be a fun last lap.
All going to come down to these last couple of corners. Got 4 turns to get in there. Cam just took the inside.
All right, last lap.
Went outside, so Cam's got the lead going on the last lap on that back stretch. Let's see what happens.
All right.
All right,
looking
here
good.
comes
Bob's
Bob,
coming up on
everybody.
you. You're going to have to do a
Trying
nice
to
tight
gain
corner.
ground here. There's only about a 1 boat length difference between them as they head into turn 3 and 4. Remember that black and white buoy right out in front of us
Looking
here.
good, looking
that
good.
is
Nice
your
and
start
tight.
finish buoy. Looks like they're going to lap the fourth place
give her.
boat here, Sarah Fortuna. All right.
You got it, buddy.
11,
You're
Cam
the winner.
Hennessy.
And you lapped.
Looks like he's going to pull it out here.
You did it.
The
Nice.
Woodbury Middle Schooler
Way to
is
go.
your winner of heat number 1. 212, Bob Dylan from Hackensack,
All right, go see
Minnesota. Second place, 22, Caleb Sarr out of Mendota Heights, Minnesota is third. Good job,
We're
Caleb.
going to keep this
Again,
video
Caleb ran
rolling
really
for the
well
second
that time on
round.
your boat, Andy.
Yeah,
Anybody
did.
watching that
drive
cares.
That boat here yesterday. We had a friend of ours, May Heiser, drive that boat. There's about a 50-pound difference between the two drivers. And Caleb's like, I'll go out and drive. May wasn't able to stay here today. She actually
Let's
did
try
really
something
well
different here.
yesterday.
Tell
And right at the
Mitchell
end,
to
almost
shut the
beat
camera
the
off,
other
push
team
the
on
button
second
once,
heat.
and
We know
it'll
that
shut
both
the camera
people
off and let it go all the way off, and then hit it again. And we'll have separate races.
That makes sense. And again, coming in fourth, there's Sarah Fortuna in the 319 boat.
Top button,
Now, let's see
stop,
Sarah's
and then
start this
let
time,
it shut
because
down,
again,
and then start
we're
it
going to
again.
flip-flop
It's got
the
time.
order for heat number 2. We're going to move the 319 boat, Sarah Fortuna, all the way to the inside. She'll be in the first position, the pole position. Right next to her will be Cam Hennessy. Caleb Sarr in the 22. Caleb slides out to third. And then Bob Dylan in the 212 boat. Bob will be all the way on the outside in the fourth spot there. And Andy, the goal, right, is to be the shortest distance to that first hit.
That seems about right, Dave.
All right, do you turn it back on now?
Why is it that important, though, Andy? Honestly, we know they have to hold their lanes. But why does that pole position mean so much?
It's leverage. So they can't pass each other. Once they take off from the beach, they cannot pass each other until they get past those first set of orange buoys. They're going between those buoys. Once they hit that point, wherever they are, they can then change lanes. But up until that point, they have to hold their lane. But if you're on that inside, you get a good start. You have leverage there because it's really tough for other people to get on your inside. You get to the buoys, you have a shorter turn.
Did he get it started back on the camera?
Smaller. So depending on how your driving style is,
Perfect, awesome.
try to hug those buoys the best you can because you're just trying to reduce the amount of distance.
You're not
So
first.
again, first
Are you
one
first
that
to go?
commitment buoy means first one most likely into turn 3, first one into turn 4. It works all the way
Oh,
through
okay,
the
that's
race
right.
again.
I forgot.
Shortest, Andy did a nice job of stating that. You want to make that race as short as you possibly can. You want to make those distances
Gotcha.
as short as you
Let's
can. All
run
right.
another great race. You
Here's
didn't
your
think
order
you were going to
again.
get Bob there, and then what happened, man?
Nice. 22 Caleb Sarr, and 212 Bob Dylan.
Yeah, he was really fast going down the home stretch, but the other way, the wind must hold him up or something more. I don't know.
All right, let's remind you what happened yesterday with a couple of these races when we had 2 heats. So, Andy, it's pretty easy to figure out. If the same driver wins both heats, they are the winner. What happens if it's a split decision? I believe yours was yesterday.
Yep, so then the scoring team that we're standing right next to here actually has to do some math. So points are given out for each win, each victory, each place. So just fictitiously, 4 points for first place, 3 points for second place, 2 points for third, 1 for fourth here. So they're going to add those things up. If somebody won the first one, they got 4 points. They win the second one, they last, race, they would get 1 point, so they have 5 points total. Do the math on that. If all those still come out and they're even as far as the point system goes, then they look at the overall time that those people made on all the laps each for today. So they're going to add that up and see who had the fastest time.
Setting up some of those double heat races yesterday, we had 20 laps, 24 laps. I believe one of them was as low as 4 seconds cumulative difference in time.
Yeah, yesterday I won the second heat in the VP class, but Tyler Peterson won the first heat, and I knew that he was going to take first overall if we finished the race together because he was right on my hip, and I knew that I was in third place on the first heat, and I did not have distance on that thing. That changed everything for Tyler too because he just had to stay close and know that no one's going to get in his way.
And Andy, I believe your race, the VP 75s yesterday, I believe there was only an 8-second difference between you and Tyler Peterson overall. So really good. And you guys are up 7th today. You get to close our races. In fact, close our race season with the Twin Cities Powerboat Association. So Andy, we are demanding that your class put on a great show today.
There's no doubt we love to put on a great show. We got 6 boats out there in the VP 75 class, and we love to compete with each other. We love to have a lot of fun off the water and on the water, and we put on a great show.
All right, let's do this,
the
buddy.
Waves, the wind to us doesn't really matter. We get rough and choppy out there no matter what.
You should have a real good hole shot here. Everything looks good, so you should be able to hit that buoy and take the lead. Let's give her heck.
All right, 319 Sarah Fortuna, 11 Cam Hennessy.
All right, we're gonna go back to
22 Caleb Sarr, 212 Bob Dylan. Let's see what happens here. Caleb
Here we
won
go.
Cam won our first heat. Let's see if he can make it a sweep. Drivers, you have 60 seconds.
60 seconds.
Drivers, you have 50 seconds.
50 seconds.
Drivers, you have 40 seconds.
40 seconds.
Drivers, you have 30 seconds. All right, the
All
middle
right, 30
schooler
seconds.
from Woodbury took
Look
heat
at
number
the
1
flag
here.
now. Let's do
Let's
this,
see if he can
buddy.
make it a sweep as he's getting ready to head back to 8th grade. Drivers, you are under starters orders. Flag is up. And they're off.
Nice job. Looking good.
Andy, it might be hard for some of our folks that are watching here at Starbucks to
All right,
understand how
cut.
a
You got the lead.
13-year-old, last year a 12-year-old, is able to drive a race boat like this.
Yeah, he doesn't have a driver's license, but he can drive a boat. He does really good. We put him in that boat last year. He wanted to come out and race, and we said, "Cam, we got a boat for you." He went out there and he just won. That's what he did. He's getting more and more comfortable. It's fun to see him out there in front. Also, sometimes fun to watch him battle with somebody else to try to work his way up there.
That's really fun here, especially we have Bob Dylan,
All
our
right, let's do
boat
it, buddy.
builder and boat racer
You're looking
from
good. You got
Hackensack,
about a
Minnesota in the
6-boat
212
lead,
boat there.
4-boat lead. He's coming up on you,
Bob
though.
is in his 60s, so probably a 50-plus year difference between these two drivers. All right, the race is officially beginning. Again, it's the 11 versus the 212. Here we go.
All right,
Cam
he's
Hennessy
fast on these inside
Bob
stretches,
Dylan
but
on
you're
the
good.
outside.
Tight corner.
Caleb Sarr right behind him here. 319 Sarah
Yeah, he
Fortuna
went nice
running
and wide,
fourth.
so you're good. All right. Pedal to the metal, though, buddy.
All right, Andy, there's that
I
back
know.
stretch again where we figured
All right.
Cam might be able to gain
Let's push
some
him out a
ground,
little
but
bit on this one.
Bob
Make
hanging
him
right in
not
there
know
again,
what's up.
coming around turns 3 and 4 here, early in
There
the
you go.
race
Touch
still.
the buoy, go. There you go. Got him.
But again, it's shaping up to be another good one. Again, watch Bob make his move
Just
now. Here
pushed it
comes
to
the
like a
212
6th
boat
lap,
in this
but
near
he's coming on
straightaway. Cam has that inside position
Tight
again,
corner.
as Andy mentioned. Cam has the shortest route around those turns, around those orange buoys. So Cam doesn't have
Nice
as far
turn,
to
nice
go.
turn.
Bob
Good
has
job.
further to go since he's wider out. He's got a little more ground to make up.
Looking good, looking good. 2 boats only. Nice and tight this corner.
All right, here we go. Still early on. No change in your order
You're at
right now.
about
Again, it's
5,
11
6 boats
Cam
right now, but he'll
Hennessy,
catch up.
followed by 212
home
Bob
stretch
Dylan,
is fast.
followed by 22 Caleb Sarr, followed by 319 Sarah Fortuna.
Yeah, he's coming on, passing you on the right. Get her tight in his corner. Good one, nice. Nice, he went wide, you're good. Don't worry about it. You got 4 boats, 3 boats.
You've been the leader quite often. You've also been the follower sometimes.
Regular, nice tight corner
that
here.
Bob is in, and that's kind of a unique spot to be, right? That's pretty hard to see there sometimes.
Excellent job, excellent job.
Down at that same level, so Bob comes around the outside.
You're at 6 boat lead right now.
Cam can also kind of dictate the lane where Bob can. Now, if Bob wanted to, maybe he could.
Again, he's coming up on your right side, so do a regular nice tight turn here.
Take that corner wide, slingshot out of there. You watch it here in turns 1 and 2. It'll be a little bit wider.
Perfect.
Cam scrubs a little bit of speed in those corners, and here comes Bob on the outside, who's kind of not losing a lot of speed, catching back up.
And again, Andy used that word slingshot. Bob slingshots himself through that corner down there. Picks
tight
up
corner
speed
here,
as he
nice
gets
tight
into
corner.
the straightaway.
Regular.
We'll get a really good chance to see that here in turns 3 and 4. It'll appear that Cam is ahead, which he is, probably about a 5 boat length lead on that back straightaway.
Looking good, looking
but again, here comes Bob right around that corner quickly, slingshots himself forward here. And
about
watch
4 boats
close
behind you and coming up on your right again. Passing you almost. Nice tight corner here.
And Andy, as it was in the first race, the whole question will be,
you went nice and wide, so you got it nice and tight.
Is this placed far enough that Bob can make up that ground?
Yeah, Bob's probably wishing that that buoy was about, I don't know, 100 feet more down to the right of us here, just so you get that speed coming around.
Got a 4 boat lead here. Nice and tight corner.
The last couple laps here, how can he close the gap? We just saw it last time coming out of turn 3 and 4. He actually dove a little bit more inside. So he's trying to figure out just to stay a little bit tighter on this stuff.
Nice job, nice job.
All right, here it comes, everybody. Getting nearer the end of
got
our
about
race here.
6 boat lead right now.
Still no
He's coming up
change
on
in the
you.
order, but that number 1 and 2 is not going to be decided for quite a while. They've completed 5 laps.
Regular
Here
corner,
comes
nice and
Caleb
tight,
Sarr
buddy.
as well in the 22. 5 laps done. They're on lap number 6. Fans, look off to your right as well. Some of the big boats are dropping in. The Formula 150 are going to be next.
Go, go, go.
4
got
boats
3
in
boat
that
lead
class.
right now.
They are going to roar today. They're going to really cover a lot of ground quickly. Here it comes again, everybody. The white flags in hand
catching up
here,
to you.
Andy.
You're on your last lap
They're
after
going to
you
be down
pass.
to
You got
1
nice
lap
tight
remaining
corner.
in the race here.
All right, looking good.
All right, the white flag's waving.
Coming up on your last lap
much
now.
closer than this,
Going
everybody.
to pass you a little quicker
Here
down
comes
here.
Bob.
You got to get
Depends
nice
on what
tight
he's
corner
gonna
there.
do now in turns 1 and 2, Andy, right? Does he come in? Does he take that shorter route, or does he stay on the
Nice and
outside?
tight.
He might not have a choice coming up on that back stretch, depending on what Sarah is doing out there.
All right,
Yeah,
looking
think
good,
about
looking
that boat
good.
Maybe being in the middle of the
Got 2 boat lead
how to
only.
navigate around. And Bob's looking like he's just sitting right on Cam's hip.
All right, here it comes. We're going to trade
Got a
that
2
white
boat
flag
lead
for a
coming
checkered
for the
flag
corner.
here.
Nice tight corner.
Not sure
Right
if they're
on the
gonna
buoys.
lap Sarah Fortuna or not. We'll see. But here it comes. Turns 3 and 4 of our final lap.
Real
Coming
tight.
up.
There you go. Nice
Cam
job.
Hennessy, your leader. Bob Dylan behind him.
You got
Can
him.
Bob make
You
up
got
enough
him.
ground? Let's see.
Nice job. Go
No,
get
it's
that
a
flag,
sweep.
buddy.
For the middle
Woo!
schooler out of Woodbury, Minnesota. That is number 11.
Nice
Cam
job.
Hennessy.
Nice job. Go get that flag.
212, Bob Dylan out of Hackensack, Minnesota is second. And he was talking about the blue and white boat there. That's Caleb Sarr out of Mendota Heights, boat number 22. Back-to-back third place finishes for Caleb. And finishing 4th in this group now out of Oakdale, Minnesota. That's the 319 Sarah Fortuna. All right, we're dropping the big boats in the water here, everyone.
Just go by shore. There ain't
Ira
many fans.
Welch,
Just do a nice
Mark
rip by
Welch,
me, and I'll take
Battle of the
some
Welches.
pictures of you, buddy. Good
Bill
job.
Metz from Fargo, North Dakota. Aaron Bjork from Princeton, Minnesota. We're going to put those 4 big boats in the water now. you get a chance to see some really fast boats here in our next race.
It's all good now. Watch out for Caleb there. All right, go, go, go. Come over by us.
Hey, everybody.
Good
He's
job.
taking his victory lap here. He's picked up the black and white check flag.
Real
He
close
is
by
a
the
middle
dock.
schooler,
Yeah, there you go.
and he is
Now
from
cut.
Woodbury, Minnesota.
Perfect.
Giving us a good look up.
Woo!
Still here. There he is with the checkered flag. He's a double winner today. He is Mr. Cam Hennessy.
Nice job, nice job. Go give him the flag.
All right, we're going to take a moment here and get the GT Pros out of the water safely. Cam will return the flag out to Rescue 1, and then our Formula 150s will get out here and start their hot laps.
All right, that's it, folks. I'm going to cut her off. I'll probably record a little bit more for some of the other races. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.